Hello and welcome to Chicks Chat Radio, and for those of you watching on YouTube at ChicksConnect. I'm your host, Tita Freytag, chair chick of the Spring Chicks in Springfield, Oregon, and your connection to health options that can change life. Today, I have the pleasure of introducing my friend and fellow ChicksConnect member, Margaret Browning. This is a little note from Margaret. I loved it. I wanted to read it to you guys. There are many reasons that we all go into business for ourselves. We want to make more money. We want to be our own boss. We want more flexibility to be with our family, but we choose the type of business based on the passion for what we do. And many times, though, we have no idea how to turn our passion into a business or even how to grow that business. As a virtual assistant, Margaret's passion is not only to help you navigate the waters of starting a business, but also growing and running your business so that you can concentrate on your passion and gifts to take care of your customers. So from bookkeeping to social media presence, Margaret can help you make sure that your dream of having a thriving business becomes a reality. Welcome, Margaret. How are you?
I'm good. How are you?
Oh, I'm great. I am really excited to get to know you a little bit better. I really appreciated that little synopsis that you sent of a little bit about what you're about, but I really want to dig into that more because I'm very interested in that, and I'm sure that our listeners are too. So can you tell us a story behind what you're doing today and what challenges you might have faced along the way?
Yeah, it's such a pleasure being with you today. This is such an honor. I love this. I've been in the administrative field for most of my life since I was 18, and all kinds of different industries and whatnot, and always wanted to be able to work at home because I had a husband and a son who had mental disabilities. So being able to work at home would have been great. However, that didn't happen for me while I was raising my family. And after my husband passed, I was thrown into a call center job, which I absolutely hated my job. Never thought I'd be in a call center job. I have so much skills and everything else that just were pretty much wasted. And I had gone to a singles party one summer and met somebody there that we started talking and everything. And she goes, and we had talked about the fact that I didn't like my job and that I had all these skills and everything else. And she says, have you ever thought about becoming a virtual assistant? I said, funny, you should say that. I've been wanting to do that. I tried to do that a couple of years ago. It didn't work. Funny you should say that. And she goes, well, I've been looking for somebody. I says, well, nice to meet you. My name is Margaret.
I love it.
And Joan became my very first customer. And then my brother, who runs a fireplace business, had been wanting for me to find a way to be able to stay home and not have to work and run his business as well. So he became my second customer. While I was at the gym in the hot tub, I met my third customer. And then I brought on one other contractor since then. So it's just been a joy to I was able to quit my job within 2 months of starting. I was able to replace that income right away. But the joy that I have in doing what I'm doing is that I get to take all of my skills that I love doing, that not very many people like doing, and I get to use them. We all have so many different talents and everything else and gifts that we carry around with us. And when we work together as a team, things happen, dreams happen. And I just love making everybody else's dreams come true. I actually started dreaming again. I started going through a journey back in October and started actually dreaming myself again. And I've actually seen a couple of dreams of mine come true. So I am just all excited about seeing everybody else's dreams come true.
That is amazing. I love that. Oh my gosh. You know what stuck out to me about that was it only took one person to
Mm.
make a difference to get the ball rolling for you, but also you had been thinking about that and probably picturing what that would be. And it seems like when we open ourselves to options, possibilities present themselves to make it happen.
You're exactly right. You're
Yeah,
exactly right. And
that
things
is
become a wild ride.
that is so great. And it just happened really organically and naturally because I don't know, I feel like it was supposed to happen. And so that's what happened.
Yeah.
Wow. And so in your perfect world, and maybe you're already there, how many clients would you want to have?
Oh, thank you for asking that question. So one of my dreams that I started dreaming about is, yes, it's great to be able to do this for other people, but what I would love to do, my perfect scenario would to be to build a team of virtual assistants, so a firm of virtual assistants, so that when my clients hire us, they get the whole team. They don't just get one person, they get the whole team and all their talents as well. So that would be my goal so that I can also provide jobs to those who would like to do the same thing.
Mm-hmm. Wow. I like the sound of that. There might even be somebody listening right now who's going to call you and say, hey, I'm interested.
That would be great.
Yeah. Wow, that's so good. Now, is there anything else that you want people to know about you? I'm definitely going to get your contact info so that people can message you and get in touch with you. But before we do that, I just want to make sure that I have tapped into all of your awesomeness and let people know a little bit more maybe about what you do. Like I understand on the surface level, a virtual assistant, but I've never hired one, so I don't know what all that would entail.
Well, thank you for asking. You're so sweet. So a virtual assistant could handle so many different tasks. And it really depends on the client and my relationship. It depends on what you're doing, as a client, what are you doing that you need help with? What is taking up so much of your time that you can't do your business the way you'd like to do it?
Mm.
Um, and so we sit down and we talk, we have a conversation. What is it that I can bring to the table for you and make your life easier? And then I always like to, I know a lot of people will ask me, what is your price range? Well, I don't really go with a price range because, again, I like to customize it to my customer. Everybody has a different budget. Everybody has different abilities to be able to hire out. And I like to make that work for my customer and just come up with a plan for them to make it work.
Okay. All right. And so it could be anything from, I think you mentioned bookkeeping. Now I am here. I'm here. I feel like I'm here more for myself than for the listeners. Sorry, guys. I want to really understand. So you do bookkeeping. I know you're doing social media. Do you work on multiple platforms, or do you have a favorite that you do? Or
I mainly concentrate on Facebook.
okay.
I don't know Twitter all that well or Instagram, but I mainly know Facebook. So I work on that. I can do so many different things. So as far as getting you licensed, if you need to be licensed, getting insurance for you, exploring different options as far as insurance and what kind of insurance you need, figuring out whether or not you do need to be licensed in the state. I mainly deal with Oregon, so I don't know any other state. But like I said, there's just so many different tasks. Anything that's done on paperwork, I pretty much can do for you.
Boy, that's
I
fantastic.
don't do a whole lot of email campaigns. I'm learning that, but I'll be upfront with you. I'm not very good at doing email campaigns yet. But who knows in the future?
Right. If you have a client that needs that, then you
Exactly.
would probably add that to your portfolio pretty quickly, I'm sure. And
organizing time management, things like that I also can provide lots of tips for. One of the biggest problems I find that when somebody is trying to start a business or run a business is focus. You can squirrel a lot. Believe me, I squirrel a lot. So I've developed some tips to be able to help my clients say, okay, no, you got to focus on this. These are your tasks to do today. Let's get those done, and then we can move on. So I do help my clients do those kind of things as well.
That's fantastic. Wow. Well, I know that people are going to want to get a hold of you. So what is the best way for someone to contact you?
The best way for somebody to contact me is to send me an email. My email address would be iwork_U_assistant@gmail.com.
This has been really fun. I really had a nice time getting to know you. And I think that my takeaway is if someone's even curious about what that would look like for them and how that would help them, they would just want to give you a call and talk through it, right? And what their needs are.
Yep, absolutely.
That's great. Wow, Margaret. Well, thank you for spending some time with us. I appreciate it.
Well, thank you for inviting me to come on. I really appreciate that. It's been an honor meeting you, and I would love to get to know so many more of our Chicks Connect girls.
Absolutely.
Trying to friend a lot of people, so.
Yes, I love Chicks Connect. And thank you to our listeners for spending some time with us. This has been an episode of Chicks Chat Radio on podcast and YouTube at Chicks Connect. Be sure to check out Chicks Connect. It's a Mastermind Support Network, and you can learn more about Chicks Connect at bit.ly, Meet Your Tribe. I'm your host, Tita Freytag, Chair Chick, and your connection to health options that can change life. Have a wonderful day.